Despite being a proud republic, Ireland is scattered with the remnants of our royal past. Look closely and you can't post a letter without brushing against a regal insignia. Institutions and associations are littered with royal connections, from the Royal College of Surgeons to the Royal Dublin Society, better known as the RDS, or the Royal Irish Automobile Club. Even the naming of some of Dublin's neighbourhoods is due to long-forgotten kings. This fragment of the city wall is really symbolic of two cities, the city within the walls, the city outside the walls. That part outside the walls was given special jurisdiction of its own by King Henry II and King John of England. And those special privileges to charge their own taxes, hold their own courts, lasted right up to the 1840s. Because of these royal charters, this area is now known as the Liberties. They only lost their legal independence from the rule of the City Council in the 1840s. And Dublin's Lord Mayor, a position held by influential nationalists like Daniel O'Connell, wear a gold chain and medal with King William of Orange's head proudly decorating the front and Tudor roses on the chain. On ceremonial occasions, a royal sword is used by the Lord Mayor.
In 1403, the men of Dublin defeated the Wicklow men at a battle in Bray, and it was a reward for their constancy and for supporting the crown. This one belonged to Henry IV. It was made by a Dutch goldsmith, Herman van Cleve, in the 1390s.
Other vestiges are more basic. Queen Elizabeth II's great-great-great-granduncle, King George IV, left his footprints in Howth when visiting Ireland in 1821. After a voyage consuming goose pie and whiskey, he addressed the crowd. "This is one of the happiest days of my life. I have long wished to visit you. My heart has always been Irish. From the day it first beat, I loved Ireland. And this day has shown me that I am beloved by my Irish subjects." And this isn't the only place where he left his mark. George's Dock was named after him as he was due to open it during his visit, but he failed to turn up, having been detained at a social engagement with Marchioness Cunningham, his lover, who lived in Slane Castle. He had a bridge named after him, and Dunleary was renamed Kingstown for 100 years after he left from the port. His namesake, George III, played a more serious part in Ireland's history, and his reign saw the closure in 1800 of Europe's first purpose-built two-house parliament with the Act of Union. Only the House of Lords remains inside the Bank of Ireland and College Green.
The House of Lords actually had 120 lords, and it actually had, on the dais up the back here, the actual throne which the Viceroy would sit on. He represented the King in Parliament.
But it isn't all about what the British monarchy left in Ireland. We have contributed to the British monarchy's traditions in London. Behind me is all that remains of the famous Hutton's coach builders here in Summerhill, Dublin Bus Garage. In 1853, on a visit of Queen Victoria to Dublin, she loved the comfort of their coaches so much she bought one for herself. Today, that magnificent coach still carries Queen Elizabeth from Buckingham Palace to the opening of Parliament. Queen Elizabeth II will be the first British monarch to visit Ireland in over a century, and who knows what legacy her visit will bring.